Already begun to buy U.S. agricultural goods as part of the partial trade agreement reached last week. Counselor to the president Kellyanne Conway said on Fox's Sunday Morning Futures that other concerns like intellectual property and forced transfer of technology are on the way.
They started with the technology transfers, the theft of intellectual property. Those will come more in phase 2, and the president looks forward to seeing President Xi at Chile soon. And the fact is that this is a big step forward because we haven't had a deal.
The Trump administration is suspending a planned tariff hike on Chinese imports. America's listening to Fox News.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
It's time to stand with Israel. Consider the lifelong impact of joining nationally syndicated media host Dennis Prager and Mike Gallagher, along with AM 560 The Answer, on the Stand with Israel tour. This December 2nd through 11th. More than a vacation, this journey will guide you through centuries of faith and culture as you visit iconic places right out of Scripture. Along the way, your host will broadcast on-site while you watch and participate. Together with like-minded travelers, you'll see over 40 iconic sites during the 10-day tour, where you can pray at the Western Wall in Old City, Jerusalem, float in the Dead Sea, and take a boat out onto the waters of the Sea of Galilee. Have you ever wanted to walk inside the Garden Tomb? Register today for the Stand with Israel tour this December 2nd through 11th. Just visit 560theanswer.com, keyword Israel. That's 560theanswer.com, keyword Israel. Famous conservative quotes, presented by Automated Systems.
Here's a Churchill quote to improve your outlook. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Wise words to live by, indeed.
Manufacturing companies, I encourage you to call my friend Laz Kulchar from Automated Systems. Automated Systems is a software and systems integration company that specializes in companies that are required to meet FDA compliance requirements. Automated Systems will create a custom solution for your business that will make your production lines, facilities, and plants run more efficiently. Imagine less downtime, more speed, and fewer rejects. From Fortune 500 to startup, ASI delivers solutions for your toughest automation challenges. For information, I encourage you to talk to Laz at Automated Systems. Call 844-HIRE-ASI or visit hireasi.com. That's 844 HIREASI, 844-HIRE-ASI, or online at hireasi.com.
It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
So I thought I would tell you a story about enlighten you what happened on Friday night.
Friday night, right, yeah.
My sister was in town, and we were out shopping.
This was the Great Shoe Hunt.
It was,
yeah.
Yes. Actually, it was not the Great Shoe Hunt. It was a tiny shoe hunt because we only had about 35 minutes to shop. So we're there. I think it was towards the end. I said something about when you were an actor, and she goes, I didn't know David was an actor. Apparently, she
I would
thought
think just knowing me, she would know it.
well, that's what I was going to say. She just thought all that precociousness was just totally organic, I guess. Like none of that was like made her think Second City or anything. I regaled her of the sordid tale of when you were cut out of The Fugitive with Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Although it got me an interview with him years later when I was a journalist, so that was good.
So it worked out, sort of,
Yeah.
not really.
That's funny. You would think.
Yeah, I mean, she's known you for almost as long as known of you, as long as I've known you, and she didn't know you were an actor for a decade.
Yeah. And a little bit of everything. It was, there's little footprints of me all over the place, but they're always little footprints.
Yeah. We still got to get that IMDb thing hooked up. We got to get that, because I don't think, you should have a credit on that David Carradine movie.
I think it is.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it's on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't looked at it in a while. They changed the IMDb. That's, for those of you who don't know, Internet Movie Database. It used to be very simple and straightforward. You type in somebody's name, it'd all come up. Everything he did would come up, or she. Now it's like kind of convoluted. It's hard to find stuff.
Well, it's not as good on the phone, I find. The phone is.
No, but I do it on a laptop, so
okay.
it should be reasonably workable. But I don't know. Well, it's not exactly as if I have to get on IMDb. It has to be. It's not commercials and industrials and all the stuff that I did. It's just what little film work.
It's movies and TV.
Yeah, exactly. So there wasn't a whole lot of that. But
but sure. I mean, when I first met you, I looked you up on IMDb, and I was like,
"Yeah,
there's nothing there."
Yeah, no. There's just a couple of things that I did that would make that. If the sitcom would have sold, that would have been $10,000 a week. But anyway, who's counting? Who's complaining?
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. It's fine. She didn't realize that I.
No, never knew you were an actor.
Yeah. Well, give us a call, 312-642-5600. Did you know I was an actor? I don't know.
Professional actor.
Yeah. I burned out.
Did you?
Well, I had so much aviation for so long that I was like screaming.
Oh, you burned out on aviation.
Yeah, and so I.
Well, you burned out on being a professor. Maybe not aviation.
Well,
so much as being a professor.
I mean, that's literally what it was. It was my last academic job. Dean of a university who shall go unnamed in the west suburbs that's owned by the Christian Brothers, but
that has a well-known aviation program.
and for those of you that might have an inkling of who that could be, what that was, the faculty were fine. The faculty were great. We had some really good faculty, but the administration was kerflumped.
I'm sure a lot of professors feel that way.
Yeah, it is. Well, anyway. So I burned out, and for the better part of 10 years, that's what I did. I was an actor, and but everything except theater, because you don't make money in theater, and I had to make money. Mm-hmm. That's when I discovered how much Blue Cross Blue Shield is. That's an eye-opening thing. The lead story that we have for this segment, which just absolutely kills me, is. There's a car with all of the anti-gun stuff that's going on. There is a car dealer in Columbia. It's
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah, I was going to say I couldn't remember if it was North or South. Columbia, South Carolina. That for every car you buy from them, they have a program called God, Guns, and America Promotion, and for every vehicle you buy from them, they give you. It includes a Bible and a semi-automatic rifle.
And an American flag.
And an American flag, right. And did it have an effect on sales?
Yeah, it actually tripled. Normally, October is a slow month for them, and so far, their sales have already tripled.
Yeah.
And this story was run on the 10th. So in 10 days of October, their sales had tripled.
There was somebody on Facebook from Oregon or somewhere.
They said somebody called them from Alaska wanting to buy a vehicle.
Yeah, exactly. It's a smart move, and it clearly worked for them. And of course, the liberals find it appalling.
Right,
it's just appalling.
They're complaining.
How can that be? You can't. That's an appalling thing to do. Yeah. Well, it worked out pretty well for everybody, I'd say. Smith & Wesson M&P 1522. It's a good deal. So anyway,
it is a good deal. And if people don't want that particular gun, it's actually not.
give 'em
They
credit.
don't get a gun. They get a gift certificate for a certain store that has other hunting and fishing supplies as well. So they can get a different gun. They could get fishing gear, other camping gear, things like that. So, but the manager says all of the estimated 30 buyers since the promotion started have happily chosen the plinking rifle, and no one's declined the King James Bible either.
And of course, that's a direct hit back to Obama about clutching their guns and Bibles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did like a triple whammy there. They skewered the Democratic Party, they skewered Obama, and they skewered the sales. So more power to them. We should try to see if we could get them on the show tonight.
We might be able to
see how they're doing. Yeah.
This local South Carolina paper that this story came from says gun opponents consider the promotion revolting. Angry comments on social media have said the dealership will be liable for future school shootings. Really?
Liable for future
school shootings. Yeah, you heard that right.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Kind of like wanting to sue gun manufacturers for selling a legal product legally.
Yeah, that's another subject we'll get into. You're listening to AM 560. The Answer is on Target Radio. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. Gretchen and I are alone tonight. Our chaperone is not here.
Yeah, Eric is out with the Black Plague.
That's pretty heavy. I didn't realize it was Black Plague. I thought it was just slackerism. I wasn't sure.
Oh, well, he self-diagnosed it as a cold, but I translated that as it must be the Black Plague.
As is your want. You have and you have Eye of Newt to take
Creative
care of it,
license,
right?
Creative license, yeah. Magic voodoo is what I call it. Magic voodoo juice.
Speaking of magic voodoo, great segue. Have you noticed we have alluded to the fact that perhaps some members of the Democratic Party, and particularly those of the more liberal ones, may not have a double-digit IQ. We've occasionally brought that subject up.
Sure.
So they continue to beat the drum of collusion, and the president, talk to Russians and all that stuff. And the deeper they investigate, the more the Democrats come up.
It's kind of like when you point one finger at somebody else, three fingers point back at you. It's basically like that.
Except there's 9 fingers pointing back at them. It's unbelievable. So this whole CIA snitch thing, when they get down to the bottom of it, all of a sudden there's Joe Biden peeking out of this hole with his kid. and I saw it in today's paper or yesterday, I can't remember which. Junior has given up that position.
No.
Yeah, well, he thought it was unseemly. Given that he was being investigated for it, $200,000 a month he made to sit on a board that apparently didn't really exist. Or if it did, he didn't do anything. He had no experience.
He didn't have any really expertise to offer them. But so this whistleblower, more and more is coming out about this whistleblower, according to Gateway Pundit. I learned some stuff that I didn't know. Apparently, this person worked in the CIA. They were a CIA analyst who was detailed to the National Security Council at the White House, but they have since left. So similar to Hunter Biden having left that board.
But fortunately, they were not friends with the Clintons.
Right. Or enemies. Which is much the same thing, apparently.
Yes, there's not a lot of differentiation there.
Apparently not. But apparently they were friends with the Bidens, and so they were upset that that Trump even hinted that maybe the Ukraine needed to look into the Hunter Biden situation.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, exactly. So this, I said from the beginning, and I'll go on the radio saying it again, is that it's only a matter of time. Trump gets what he wants. It's only a matter of time until the identity of this whistleblower comes out, especially because they don't work for the government anymore. So
and his body will be floating in the Potomac.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't know, but I think that now this person has lawyers, and we know it's a career CIA analyst who was detailed to the White House and was there when Biden was the vice president. Yeah. And traveled with Biden. So, I mean, it's narrowing down of who it could possibly be.
Well,
that's music.
Yeah. Is that our music?
Yeah.
Well, you can barely hear it. That means we're going away, but we'll be back after a few messages with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
Women over 50 are happier and more secure than women in their 20s.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
A third of 50-plus respondents are having sex at least twice per week.
They're confident, they like their looks, so they're probably more fun to hang around with.
Sure, engaged in coitus 2 times a week.
What did you call it?
You know.
Coitus? That is common spelling?
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Look it up, old lady.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
I've had a corrective lens restriction on my driver's license for years and years, meaning that I have to drive with glasses. So my birthday came up and my license was going to expire on my birthday. So I went to the DMV, to get that renewed, and I passed the eye exam without glasses. And the lady, she's just looking at me going, how does that even work? She goes, you aced the whole thing. And I said, well, I started taking these supplements and I started explaining it to her. And I tell everybody about it. It's been a huge blessing for me, for sure. I'll be on this stuff for the rest of my life. It's amazing.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. From now until Columbus Day, Balance of Nature is offering $25 off and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. This special is ending between now and October 14th, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
Now return to On Target on AM 560. The Answer. If you have a question or opinion, the studio line is 312-642-5600. Now, here's your host, firearm expert and educator, David Lombardo.
So, everything that the Democrats were accusing the president of doing, pressuring the Russians by saying, I'm going to hold back money, all of that stuff was true except for one thing. It was the wrong name.
It wasn't Trump. It was them.
It was Biden. I just, is there anything they won't do? I mean, when you put the Clintons into the picture, is there anything they won't do?
That's a cogent question. I think the answer is no. I think it's very clear the answer is no.
And that's joking aside, realistically, because how many people who are in one way or another attached to the Clintons committed suicide? 50-some.
Yeah, I think the number I saw on Facebook was 56.
Nobody on the planet knows 56 people who've committed suicide. I mean, just think about that. If you really were unlucky, you know somebody that committed suicide.
Sure.
56 of them? And people who were packing to go on vacation?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the biggest question is, we said this earlier this evening while we're having dinner. Originally, when Trump was running for president, and the subject of deep state, and people were kind of rolling their eyes and going, well, you got some people who are, trying to do stuff, but
some people did some things.
There's some people who didn't get to do some things. It really is. It's really nasty.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it really is bad.
Oh yeah.
Somebody said today.
They're completely without any moral compass whatsoever.
Oh yeah. Somebody said today, I believe it was it 15 minutes after he was announced president, somebody announced they were going to try and have him impeached. I think
that sounds about right.
I think it was 15 minutes.
Well, and they had talked
what
about.
Was it? Gingrich said it, but it was 15 minutes, wasn't it? Yeah, 15 minutes after the president of the United States is elected.
In like the time between the election and the inauguration, they were talking about under what circumstances could he not be inaugurated.
Yeah, like die if he was assassinated.
Right, like what could happen. Yeah, yeah.
That was Rachel Maddow
and there was a bunch of people. Sitting on that panel, but I mean, just crazy.
It really is. It's insanity. The FBI, who has always supposedly been above everything, right? That's what the FBI was. They were the national police force. They were not political, and what? Their agents, Strzok, whatever it is, and the stuff that he wrote. And so when, did you hear, who's my favorite? He used to be a prosecutor.
Oh, Trey Gowdy.
Did you hear Gowdy talking to this? Oh my God! It's you know what? You could package it and sell it. It was so. He goes and
if it's Trey Gowdy, I would buy it.
Oh yeah, he's good. And when you said, or when she said to you on the phone, you won't let him be elected president, will you? And he goes, no. He says, exactly what did that mean? And he goes, well, you have to put it in context. It was late at night, and we were talking, I mean, this is a senior FBI agent. He's in charge. And while he's investigating,
right,
hasn't spoken to anybody yet, has not done a single interview yet, he's already come to the conclusion this is all corrupt and it's got to go away. I mean, give us a call, 312-642-5600. You're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM 560, The Answer. We're just picking at the bones of the carcass at the moment is kind of where we're going with this.
So some of this is new news to me, so I'll just give
okay.
I'll just give the executive summary of what's going on with the Ukraine thing.
Yeah.
Then Vice President Joe Biden, who was tasked to oversee U.S. dealings in Ukraine, threatened to withhold over $1 billion in loan guarantees to Ukraine unless they fired Viktor Shokin, the Ukrainian prosecutor investigating his son and the board that he sat on, that Hunter Biden sat on. So then in 2018, Biden bragged about shaking down Ukraine and getting Mr. Shokin fired during a 2018 speech to the Council on Foreign Relations. So by Biden's own account, he did this. Okay.
Right.
So
He's bragging about it.
As you say, they're accusing Trump of doing quid pro quo, but actually Biden did it. And on Wednesday, it was revealed that former Vice President Joe Biden was personally paid $900,000 from Burisma Holdings, which is the oil and gas company in Ukraine that his son sat on the board.
For $200,000 a month.
Yeah, made a crap ton of money from, for basically doing nothing because he had no expertise in that field. So yeah, that's the executive summary.
And
what's going on?
What makes that interesting is Biden said that publicly.
Yeah, he bragged about it.
He said it publicly. Like, does it not occur to him if you say it publicly, maybe the other side will hear? And then you go after them fishing for what you did. I don't know what they're thinking. I really don't know what they're thinking. Now, California, which is, of course, one of the most gun-friendly states in the union, they didn't have enough gun control. There wasn't enough gun laws, and I can feel for that. Yeah. So the governor just signed in 15 new laws, gun control laws, for the state of California. So they're pretty well going to screw this down pretty tight.
He said the state decided to take up these bills because of Washington's inaction.
Yeah. You can't make this stuff up, really.
You really can't.
It's unbelievable.
And I love our listeners are going to love this quote. This continues California's leadership in terms of gun safety.
Yeah.
I figured our red meat eaters would enjoy that.
Some of the things that they've added I find rather interesting. They literally have limited them to one semi-automatic rifle purchase per month. I don't even know what the point of that would be. I really don't. I don't. You can only shoot one gun at a time. So for a month you shoot one, and then you buy another one and you shoot it. I don't even understand that.
Well, it would it would slow down the Todd Vandermine home defense plan of 2 per window.
Oh, speaking of that, we actually have a caller on. Jim is calling and about the black vote. Jim, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. I live in Northwest Indiana, and I drive through Gary every day that I come to work. And over the last 3 months, I bet I've had at least 100 black people. I'd be stopped at a stoplight, and they would stop beside me and see my "Make America Great Again" hat. And they'd tell me, "I like your hat. I've got one at home, but I'm afraid to wear it."
Really?
Excellent.
I'm a 72-year-old veteran. I spent 5 years in the Army and 4 years in the Marine Corps.
Well,
and I
congratulations.
think Trump is going to win in a landslide.
You know what? I'm really happy that you called and told us that, because that's interesting.
It is interesting, and I agree with him. I think Trump is going to win. I think I said this to my father the other day. I didn't make this up. I heard other people say it, but I secretly thought it myself as well, is that I think this impeachment, they know that it's flimsy. They know that they're grasping at straws, but they believe, I think rightly, that it's their only opportunity to prevent Trump from becoming president again.
Yeah.
So
that's what they're trying to do.
I think that that's what they're trying to accomplish with this. I mean, I think it's going to totally backfire on them as well. I think it only energizes his base more. It only energizes the people who love him more, and it makes us want to, like, I have said in the past, I don't work for Trump. Trump has never contacted me and said, "Will you please help my campaign?" But it makes me want to make sure that he gets reelected.
Well, we're going to have to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about SCOTUS and what they're going to be up to. And Bill Maher, believe it or not, is abandoning the good ship Biden. So all that more when we return with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Tickets for Freedom Summit 2019 sold out in record time in response to the high demand. We've opened up an overflow room for attendees to watch the event on Saturday, November 2nd at the Westin Chicago Northwest. Overflow tickets are on sale now, but are selling fast. Get yours at freedomsummitchicago.com. That's freedomsummitchicago.com. Sponsored in part by Clear Financial Strategies, Tom Mirabali, independent health insurance agent with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Monarch Technical, and by Charles Equipment Energy Systems.
Fox News, I'm Richard Jordan. The U.S. military is withdrawing from northern Syria as Turkey's invasion could fuel a border war. Defense Secretary Mark Esper on Fox News Sunday said President Trump has directed troops in the north to head south.
We are doing everything we can to get the Turks to stop this egregious behavior, get them to go back across the line and stop.
U.S. troops are not fully withdrawing from Syria as of yet. Former Vice President Joe Biden says that if he's elected president, his family members would not have roles in the White House or with international businesses.
No one in my family will have an office in the White House, will sit in meetings as if they're a cabinet member, will in fact have any business relationship with anyone that relates to a foreign corporation or a foreign country. Period.
Biden at the United Food and Commercial Workers International Union in Iowa. America's listening to Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Hi, this is Amy Jacobson to talk about my incredible experience with Online Trading Academy. I signed up for my own free class, and you can too. You'll be introduced to skills to take control of your financial future. You'll learn the right moves to make when the economy turns and how to spend less time worrying about life and more time living it. You know, no one else will ever care about your financial future as much as you do. It's time for you to start learning how to invest in you. Seats are limited. Just call 844-778-7132 to attend and get 2 free passes to their next class so you can check this all out. And if you call right now, they will send you home with their Professionals Insider Kit. It's loaded with exclusive investing courses and some of their best lessons from the pros. This is a limited opportunity and seats go quickly, so call 844-778-7132. That's 844-778-7132, or visit them online at otaclass.com, otaclass.com.
This is Sean Thompson, known to you as Sean from Elmwood Park. I'm going to be telling you about a great product I was introduced to, MyPillow products. MyPillow products provide the perfect comfort and support for your whole body. These products are the one thing my wife and I can agree on, from the Giza sheets to the body pillow. Normally, they're $89 for the whole body pillow. If you enter my promo code LIBERTY, you get it for $29.99. Are you kidding me? That's a deal. Product comes with 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. I am telling you something, these products are fantastic. Go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special box. You use my promo code LIBERTY. You will receive deep discounts on everything, including the original MyPillow for only $29.99. That's 30% off. Go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special box, promo code LIBERTY, or call 800-489-0201. That's 800-489-0201, promo code LIBERTY.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
So SCOTUS has come out with some of the cases that they're going to be taking a look at on the second day of the term. The Supreme Court of the United States is going to start in on whether gay and trans people are covered by federal anti-discrimination law. That's going to be a hot button item. You know how that's going to work. They're going to surround the Supreme Court probably. Yeah. November, the court's going to pick up on Trump's suspension of DACA, the deferred action for childhood arrivals. That's going to be another one. Dreamers, remember the Dreamers.
Right.
And then
says that the review will largely focus on whether the DACA program is even subject to judicial review, because it wasn't a law. It was just a prioritization type of thing.
And then come December, you got to wait an entire year.
But no, this December.
No, this is the two. Wait a minute. Does this go? Oh, they start in October. Sure.
They're hearing the cases, but of course they don't make a decision until much later.
You're right. Exactly, yeah. So in December, they're looking at taking up the New York City law. Now, the interesting thing about the New York City law is
there's several interesting.
Well, yeah, there are. When the Supreme Court said you have to let people have a gun, you got to do it. So New York goes, oh, okay, they can have a gun. They can have one gun, and they can have it in their house, but they can't leave their house with it, and they can't take it anywhere.
They can't leave the city with it.
Exactly. You can't go like to a gun range with it or anything like that. And there were people who didn't think that was appropriate. And they filed suit.
That seems a little too stringent.
Yeah. And so naturally, when they filed suit, they lost in the local court, and they went to the appellate court. So then they applied for for the Supreme Court.
Is that a technical legal process right there?
We use that in court all the time. But as versus, but the
now everybody knows what I was talking about in the first segment.
Yes, but when you're getting paid, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I don't even know what I was talking about. It's probably true anyway.
The court.
But the interesting thing is New York, recognizing that the last thing they wanted was a Supreme Court decision that they were wrong, goes, King's X, wait a minute, hold. We're going to change the law. So they changed the law so you can go to a gun range, you can do that stuff. And the Supreme Court goes, we're going to hear it anyway.
Yeah, so they moved to get it dismissed, and the Supreme Court goes, no.
We're not letting go of this
I don't think so.
Yeah. So that
actually... So SCOTUS called their bluff.
That all by itself, SCOTUS saying, it's too late. That's almost unheard of. I mean, under a liberal court, they wouldn't have agreed to hear it to begin with. But so that's going to be real interesting. And now, of course, there's a flood of firearm Second Amendment related cases that they're sending up to see. But Supreme Court, first of all, Supreme Court isn't about the Second Amendment. It's about everything.
Right.
And so are they going to take 35 different two-way cases? I don't think so.
Well, no, but they're hearing 3 LGBTQ cases, and they're hearing a few, I think several abortion-related cases. So, I mean, they often will entertain a number of cases about a single topic.
Oh, sure. But I'm saying they have a lot of different types of cases.
The Second Amendment isn't one of them.
Yeah.
So they're going to hear a challenge. They just last week they agreed to hear a challenge to Louisiana's new requirements for the state's abortion clinics, which would cause many of them to close. And they'll likely hear several abortion-related cases because new stricter laws have affected abortion in Alabama, Missouri, Kentucky, Ohio, Mississippi, and Georgia.
Another interesting thing: Bill Maher, who has never been known as a friend of the right, had been a pretty big Joe Biden supporter, and just recently, I mean, like within the past week, Maher said on his show that his confidence in 2020 Democratic presidential candidate, former Vice President Joe Biden, can beat Trump is, quote, waning, unquote, and, quote, Biden looks like a depreciating stock to me, unquote. That's coming from a pretty liberal guy.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, he's saying this like right out on his show.
Yeah.
So that's pretty influential.
Yeah, Joe's listening, so he knows what the opinion is.
Mm-hmm.
And to a certain degree, you got to say, all right, okay.
Yeah.
But what's Plan B?
Well, right, and that's really what it is. So Plan B, apparently, that Maher says Democrats need to find someone who is center left rather than far left. And he also said we need someone in the center who's, let's say, younger and femaler.
You just I thought that was subtle.
Very subtle.
I thought that was subtle.
Very subtle. I like the way that this article puts it, though. This article was put out by Tea Party PAC, and they point out it's pretty sad that liberals are basically only considering what they perceive to be a candidate's ability to beat Trump, rather than where they actually stand on issues and what their principles and values are. So, in other words, we don't have any actual substance to offer. So, beating Trump is Plan B.
That's substance. Yeah. When we come back, I do want to talk a little bit about Hillary still finding people to blame other than herself. And, of course, when we return, we are going to come back with our AOC Moment of Zen. We can't forget that. So all that and more when we return with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Scoundrels are not exclusive to politics. They're smart enough to occupy necessity service industries like the automotive business. As a real estate broker, my car is a lifeline and a total necessity to my business and my family, which is why I had to seek out an honest, truthful auto service provider. For over the past decade, I've put my trust in Craigies Mobile Service Center on Lake Street in Addison. Craigies handles full auto repair on foreign and domestic vehicles. They pride themselves on providing you the best cost-effective auto repair and expert advice. Craigies has full service bays and truck lifts that can service and manage your whole fleet. They also provide priority service for your business and can track each vehicle, alerting you to the repair before you need it, keeping your guys on the road. Since 1959, Craigies Mobile Service Center has thrived through 10 presidential administrations, giving you reputable, dependable, and honest auto repair. Do yourself a favor. Just go into Craigies on Lake Street in Addison. See my guy Vic. He'll set you up. Tell him Sean from Elmwood Park sent you. I approve of this message.
12 days of Christmas? Not likely. At Tasty Catering, their chefs have been cooking up brand new winter menu items all year long. So when the temperature drops and you start humming holiday jingles, they're ready to serve you the best holiday party catering feast around.
The highly anticipated Tasty Catering holiday menus are already available online for you to browse. And what's more, the Tasty Catering staff is ready to use their award-winning service to get you into the holiday spirit.
Holiday party planners from companies throughout Chicagoland, from downtown to the far suburbs. Tasty Catering invites you to their kitchens to taste some delicious holiday menu items. Then let their friendly team help you plan the most successful holiday party yet.
Don't wait. Call them today at 847-593-2000 or visit tastycatering.com to schedule a holiday lunch date on them.
Visit tastycatering.com now. Full menus are online and their staff has an invitation waiting for you to come and sample.
tastycatering.com, 847-593-2000.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
It's time now for your moment of AOC Zen.
It is the fastest growing tissue in the body after bone marrow. They made a movie about it. It will stretch 30% when wet. It has a lifespan of about 5 years, and we haven't had a president without it since President Dwight David Eisenhower left office in 1961. It's hair. Most people have some, somewhere. You wouldn't think hair would be controversial, at least not since the 1960s when high school boys were emulating the Beatles. They were getting sent home, high school boys, that is, not the Beatles, for inappropriately touching their shirt collars. The hair was, not the Beatles. But you would be wrong. A Washington Times piece caught my eye this past week. It seems Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez spent $80 for a haircut and another $180 to have it colored by a Washington, D.C. salon. That's a lot more than the $20 I give my local barber for a haircut and the local color, about half hour's worth of political and social commentary. To be fair, by Washington standards, it doesn't amount to a hill of beans. But then, it is the self-righteous AOC we're talking about here. This is the congresswoman who rails against the establishment in general and the trappings of the ruling elite specifically. But she isn't alone, and is hardly a standout in the world of hair misadventures. You may remember John Edwards. Well, you may actually not remember him unless you collect political trivia about another body thrown on the heap of political failure. Anyway, during the 2007 presidential campaign, Edwards' platform was essentially built upon his close understanding of working-class Americans. Great platform plank, until John Q. Public found out he gets haircuts for about $400 a pop. Without question, the most famous lateral arabesque into the world of duplicitous political imagery was from none other than the William Jefferson Clinton. In 1993, Clinton held up the entire Los Angeles International Airport so he could get a quick trim from Christoph of Beverly Hills aboard Air Force One. Look, who seriously cares if AOC gets an expensive haircut? But the point is, yet again, we see the uber-left indulging on the cool things in life people like to indulge on, while preaching how everyone else needs to tighten their belt. And that's it. See, it doesn't have an ending.
That was kind of an ending.
I didn't like the ending.
Well, you should have let your editor look at it, but,
Devil made me do it.
Too much hubris.
I was writing and the devil made me do it. I argued with myself. I drank heavily and I said, it's not good. And the devil goes, it's wonderful. Read it. I don't know. Hillary Clinton. I've got to do this piece because this is just classic. How long has Trump been president now? 2 years going on?
2+.
Yeah, 2+ years.
Almost 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's still finding fault.
Yes.
With everybody and everything except her.
Yep.
So the latest one now is, and this is really, when I read this, I had to laugh out loud because you can't make this up. She's now blaming Facebook in general, not specifically for that election, but in general. She's now saying that Facebook is not anti-Trump enough, that Facebook is actually hurting liberals too. They're not liberal enough. How much more liberal can you get than Facebook?
Well, right. That's what the Tea Party PAC article says. In spite of the pile of evidence, the notorious left-wing company is brazenly anti-conservative, including rigging search results to suppress right-wing content. Clinton demanded that the big tech companies work harder to suppress all thought crime.
And when you translate that in English, what she's actually saying is no one should ever say anything negative against her specifically, right, and just liberals in general. There should be no, it's hate crime otherwise.
Yeah, well, I love this. So she was giving a speech at George Washington University last month, and she complained that the Trump campaign is spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook each week. And the problem with that is what? That's how capitalism works.
And the other thing that she talks about is they make up news. Well, yeah, but it's usually in favor, not usually, whatever it is always in favor of liberalism. I hark back to her. She's lied so many times. And we're not talking about little lies. And we're not talking about lies that she never would have thought anyone would catch on and did.
Mhm.
We're talking about lies while being videoed
Right.
on an airport ramp.
Lies that we have videotape to refute. Yes.
I mean, where do these people come from? I don't even know how they
I don't
get
know.
off
It
this.
also seems like she's living in the past because I think that the anti-conservative dealings of Facebook are much stronger now than they were even before
Oh, yeah.
the 2016 election. But she's still living in the past as far as like, oh, there's fake news coming out and they're just letting it go.
That's
and-
true. There is.
Yeah, but now they're flagging. I can't. What was there was like a fact checking thing, and it was like the most ridiculous like thing was saying it wasn't true or whatever, and this fact checking device that they have on there now is so ineffectual, but young impressionable liberals they'll just believe it.
Talking points. One quick thing just to point out that we really don't have time to cover, but this Democratic member of the Minnesota House of Representatives, Gomez, this is a sitting elected official weaving into Antifa out in a riot somewhere.
Well, they were protesting outside of Trump's appearance in Minnesota the other day.
Yeah, and she's part of it. What does that tell you? We got to take a break, and we'll be back with more On Target Radio after these messages and with Gretchen's actions items. And we'll be back. You're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Balance of nature, changing the world one life at a time.
And balance of nature for my energy and everything, it does make it much easier for me. I love it. I really, I tell everybody about it. And I love when they have the shows when the doctor speaks and all. So it really, it lifts your spirits too, knowing that there's somebody out there that really wants to help you and has come up with something this good. So I'm happy.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. From now until Columbus Day, Balance of Nature is offering $25 off and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. This special is ending between now and October 14th, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
Join On Target Radio in supporting the ISRA at the 6th Annual Constitutional Rights Fundraiser for the Illinois State Rifle Association tomorrow, Monday, October 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Ruby Agave Latin Kitchen in Homer Glen. Your $35 donation includes yummy Latin food from Ruby Agave and soft drinks. The flyer is on our Facebook page. I also shared the event on our Facebook page. The Illinois State Rifle Association will sponsor a scaled-down version of iGold on Tuesday, October 29th in Springfield. The venue for the meeting is the Howlett Building Auditorium, which only holds about 500 people. Muster is 9 a.m. The purpose of this event is to stop in and see your state senator and ask them to vote no on SB 1966, the bogus Fix the Freud bill. If it passes the Senate, the governor will surely sign it. As long as you're there, take the time to go see your state representative. If you are unable to be present, please call your state senator and state representative from your home or work. I put the full schedule on our Facebook page this afternoon. The following Safer USA classes are at our facility in Waterman. Saturday and Sunday, October 26th and 27th, Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and meets the training requirements for Illinois Concealed Carry as well as Florida and Arizona. Saturday, November 9th, Illinois Concealed Carry Renewal class taught by David. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register.
So next week, you and Eric will be on your own.
Yeah.
You luck out, I'll be going.
I told him he had to get better, so
He has to get better.
So he can help me do the show.
You think he's listening to us now?
Maybe.
Lazy bum.
He's not commenting.
No, actually.
No, maybe he's not. He might be in bed because he's not texting me and he's not commenting.
I would have thought he would have called or something, just to give me grief.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be down. Actually, I really don't know where I'm going. This is Barry Bortage is having me come along with him to a thing that's going on in Georgia. And apparently it's all the big name manufacturers and stuff are there. It's a very private sort of thing. And you have to be on social media with over like minimum of a million hits or something like that. And so it sounds like it'll be interesting. So I'll be down there helping him.
He's giving you sketchy details. I have 2 words for you: human trafficking.
Well, you couldn't pay somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to work unless you're talking about rending me into down into lard or something. But no, it'll be interesting. Anything Barry does is always interesting. I mean, he just sparks interesting and bizarre things.
Yes.
But it should be fun. At least I'm hoping it's going to be fun. If I call you in the middle of the night, if the phone rings, answer it. So you'll be on next week, and that's probably the big news for the week. I think you got the Ruby Agave thing, and that should be fun.
I hope it's packed. I hope it's packed.
Yeah, and it raises money for the ISRA. And let's face it, we spend just in lobbyists alone, we spend $300,000 a year just in lobbyists. So we need the help. Anyway, we'd like to thank you for listening to On Target Radio.
We'd like to thank George Hoffman on the board. Learn how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you'd imagine. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
And be sure to listen next week when we'll be covering more red meat issues that affect your life. Will we be covering? Do we have more red meat issues?
There's always red meat. There's always more red meat.
Who will do? Should I phone in AOC? I mean, I feel bad. She's not on.
You certainly can if you want to.
I could do that. We'll probably be driving back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, in any event, I'm sure you'll have a good show next week.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah. And
Eric and I always find things to talk about.
Yeah. And you got George. If there's nothing worth talking about, George will be shining. Have a good week, everybody. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Sean Thompson here, better known to you as Sean from Elmwood Park. Listen up, because this is a real deal for you. You already know how great MyPillow products are, especially the pillows. But there are other products that I'm going to tell you about that impressed me immensely. The first is the MyPillow